Mimi naweza muua hata niende jela.
That we are changing the politics from thuggery to civilized politics in that constituency.
Who killed Charles Were and why? Welcome to today's conversation. This is Alois TV. If this is your first time, then join my channel by hitting the subscribe button just below this video. Welcome to today's analysis. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we want to try to unmask the mastermind behind the killing of the Member of Parliament of Kasipul, that is Honorable Charles Ongondo Were. Now, the Directorate of Criminal Investigation summoned one Philip AROKO to appear to the nearest police station to record a statement concerning the killing of Charles Ongondo Were.
My name is Philip AROKO. I saw something on Twitter for the DCI that I'm a person of interest in the matter of the late Mr. Charles, the MP for Kasipul. I've been around. My phone has been on. I'm ready for anything. I don't fear being someone with the DCI. It's normal. I want to hear what they have against me. I will also respond to anything that is relevant. Okay? So anytime, any day, I'm here. I'm ready to explain myself.
And as you know, the killing of Were was well orchestrated. It was a long chain. A lot of people, or rather a lot of suspects, have been arrested concerning this murder. And one suspect reveals another suspect. Now, Philip AROKO is said to be the prime suspect behind the murder of Charles Were. Now, we want to look at the reason as to why Philip AROKO is considered to be the prime suspect. When Philip AROKO was summoned, he appeared and said directly that the governor of Homa Bay County, Honorable Gladys Wanga, who really pressurized the Directorate of Criminal Investigations for him to be arrested. It seems that there are some political differences between the two. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Philip AROKO never appeared before the courts, and that has raised a lot of questions than answers. Ladies and gentlemen, this person called Philip AROKO is contesting for the seat of Member of Parliament of Kasipul constituency. To mean, he is a direct competitor of the late Charles Were. There, you can see clearly that there is a conflict of interest. He is directly interested in that seat. Could that be the reason as to why he is considered a suspect in the killing of Charles Were? Now, ladies and gentlemen, today Charles Were is being laid to rest. And a lot of leaders have arrived there. Charles Were's burial is like a political conference whereby politicians have gathered there to speak about politics, since he was the sitting Member of Parliament. ODM leader Raila Amolo Odinga has also showed up, and he has spoken about the death of Charles Were. Ladies and gentlemen, Homa Bay County is considered to be an ODM stronghold. Ladies and gentlemen, could it be that the late Charles Were was a bad man? Was he a bad leader? Now, that question can easily be answered. When the body of the late Charles Were arrived at Oyugi's town, you saw what happened. People turned out in large numbers to receive their late leader. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the murder of Charles Were is considered to be a political assassination, and it was well orchestrated.
Kuna mbunge alipigwa risasi hapa City moja. Kuna wabunge wengi sana ambao wanafaa kuuliwa, wengine hata wanafaa kunyongwa mbele ya watu in public. Na nikwambie the reason why wananchi wamefika mpaka ile level ya kwamba wanachukua sheria mkononi, wanaua wao wabunge, ni kwa sababu the judiciary system does not work in this country. Mimi kuna mbunge aliniekelea kesi ya robbery with violence, nikakaa jela for 2 years. Na nikiwa jela huko akalipa watu huko wakuje wanifungue boot. Very serious. Akakuja kule akalipa watu, akalipa askari jela wanifanyie waniwekee sumu. Ni Mungu alinisaidia. Huyu mbunge akani sort up na mwanamke, wakasema kwamba mimi nimelala na bibi za watu na bibi ya mtu, wakaleta watu wa media wakanipiga picha, wakaweka kwa social media, wakaweka kwa televisheni, kesi ya uongo. Na the media is the biggest reason why the judiciary is failing in this country, kwa sababu hao wanasiasa wanashikana na media na wanashikana na judiciary to frustrate these citizens. Mimi kuna mbunge saizi anatoka hapa Embakasi, nikipata chance ni vile tu anakoga na polisi. Nikipata chance huo mbunge mimi naweza muua hata niende jela. Kwa sababu zile vitu hao watu wanafanyia watu hao wanabunge. You campaign for them, after campaigning for them, huyo jamaa wale watu tulimkampenia nao wote kule Embakasi 50% wako na kesi za robbery of violence za uongo.
But I want to tell the people of Homa Bay County that the politics in that county has been turned into madness. It is not politics. It is thuggery. And I saw the governor pushing so much for me to be called here. She's even making calls to the police for me to be called here to make a statement. She has achieved it now.
We can't say with certainty that Charles Were was killed by a constituent. Charles Were's death was organized by a politician who was trying to eliminate him. Could we say that Charles Were was a bad person? Was he hated? Several leaders have come out, including Gladys Wanga, and said that Charles Were won with a lot of votes. He was voted in, and that was his second term in the office. Now, there are a lot of questions than answers. This is the reason as to why this guy called Philip AROKO is considered to be the prime suspect, because he was directly interested in that position. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to drop me a comment in the comment section as to whether you believe that Philip AROKO was directly involved in the murder of one Charles Were. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for now. If this is your first time, then just hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell for you to get these news updates each and every time I post them.